All right, what up, fam? Over here hanging at the usual stomping grounds, Peterson's Harley Davidson, and I ran into my boy Fleites. He's got a pretty fucking sick bike, man. I'm gonna say probably the most expensive street bob I've seen.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a more expensive one out there, but I've been around Harleys for a long time, and this is the most expensive thing I've ever seen. So let's take a look. All right, so here she is. So 2020 Street Bob, right?
2020 Street Bob.
2020. All right, so. Whew. I love, obviously, my bike's over there, black and orange. I love the color combination. So, all right, so let's go back to front. Talk to me about the changes you've made. Here's a picture of what this bike looked like when it rolled off the showroom. Obviously, a very, very different bike. So, all right, Fleites, let's go from back to front. Let's see everything that we've done to this thing.
So these are custom bags made overseas.
Okay.
I went with those because, as you can see, they're symmetrical. I don't like the Sport Glide bags.
Right.
They're one is bigger than the other.
So you like the straight lines in here?
Correct.
Okay,
yeah.
got it. You got some LED lights over here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
Very
we went
nice.
with Cruiser Originals, Skynet wheels. These are Bridgestone Sport Touring wheels.
You got
tires,
those are custom sprockets, right? Or brake discs.
Those are golfer brake discs with Yamaha C200, I think, caliper in the back.
Very, very cool.
We needed the stopping power, so we went with radios.
Talk to me about this beautiful exhaust.
So this exhaust is the 2-to-1 from Tractor Supply that it comes with. I think those are the chambers, or like smoke chambers, or color chambers. Don't
This is obviously titanium because of the color it's taken. That's
actually
gorgeous,
there's
because I know the stainless steel, like the ones I have, they turn a little blacker.
correct, but I don't know for some reason it turned like that. So that one's actually stainless steel.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we have Trask, intake manifold, HPI throttle body, 62 millimeters with HPI intake manifold. We have Trask timing cover.
This is badass. I love this windows.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. So you can see we went with SNS cam plate, and we have, I think it's a T-Mac cam in it. Of course, we powder coated everything. Originally, everything came wrinkle black, so I actually went and powder coated everything.
Nice.
Even this was wasn't even gloss black. It was this matte black.
Matte black, like the one.
Yeah, correct. So a lot of powder coating.
Now, obviously, from all these mods, I see you've done work to this engine. What are we talking here? Because this came with a 107 stock, right?
This came with a 107. Right now, we have 124 SNS, making about 146 horsepower, 148 torque. So she moves.
Yeah. So okay? So let's talk about how she moves. What's the reason mechanically? Why do we do a chain conversion kit on a bike like this?
So at that point, when you go to that level of power, the bells tend to start breaking up. So that's why I went with the chain conversion.
And this is something
to have the peace of mind.
Yeah, that's something we're seeing a lot in these bagger races. When with these performance baggers, they're doing chain conversion kits. That's really cool.
So once you go with that level of power, you also need to start thinking compensator. We have a Men of War compensator. You can't see it, but is great.
We believe you.
So, and also we have Scorpion clutch with a clutch basket, because again, at that point, amount of power, clutch basket tends to break as well.
Sure.
So we have a CNC aluminum clutch basket in there.
Twisted
spark
plug wires here.
Correct.
Very
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the tank, because this is not a Street Bob tank.
No. So this is I think it's Softail's lane tank.
Okay, but then you changed the console here.
Correct. So this is a black line console that I powder coated orange, just to keep going with the whole theme.
Orange theme, very nice.
Black and orange.
Okay.
This is a 5-gallon tank, opposite to the 3-gallon tank that comes originally on the Street Bob. We have a GPR stabilizer. It helps a lot when you're cruising at 90, 80. It helps a lot. Of course, something that one of the best purchases that I've made for this bike is the cruise control module, which I love it.
That's straight out of a box from Harley, right? That's like a kit that they sell.
That's the kit that Harley sells. It only comes on if you buy it apart. It doesn't come with a bike originally. Okay. Now the low ST comes with it, but regular bikes don't.
The ST comes with cruise control? I didn't see that.
The ST comes with cruise control. This is...
Hang on, before we get here, obviously we have the Saddleman seat. It's a beautiful seat.
Customized.
What else are these from Bunking, the passenger
so
pegs?
we have the bunking passenger pegs, crash bars.
And the front too?
Bunking crash bar in the front as well.
That's in my shopping list right now.
Yeah, so. With some lights that are...
Okay. Before we get to the console here, you also did dual disc front brace.
So these are...
The Street Bob just comes with one for the record.
Correct. So these are 2017 Dyna 4 conversions. So basically we have, like I mentioned before, these are Cruiser Original Skynet wheels. We have dual golfer brake disc in the front, and we have then the Yamaha's I think is RC200 calipers. They're great. Stopping power on those is amazing.
Okay, these lights over here, those look pretty cool. But
yeah, they're pretty nice. I can turn them on.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh wow, you have a.
Yeah, so
He's got a control for it. That's awesome.
I have control for those, and I have control for the white ones as well.
That is really, really cool. This is a stabilizer piece. This didn't come on the Street Bob, right?
No, correct. So this is from Arleness. They sell it, and it's amazing. It helps stabilize the front a little bit.
Very, very cool. Okay, so we got dual disc front brakes, chain conversion, 124 engine. All right, let's talk about the main driver setup here. Obviously, we already talked about the steering dampener.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
what else?
As you can see, I mean, one of the things that I always went for is I like to do long rides and like my handlebars to be comfortable.
Yep.
So when we cross, they have a system of bushings like it's internal.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. I mean, you don't see it, but it's pretty nice. Cross did an amazing job. So you don't get a lot of vibration on your handlebars. Cool. Initially, the Street Bobs comes with digital gauges. Yeah. I didn't like that. I mean, Harley for me has always been the old style. Yeah. So I went with the analogs from 2021.
Well, let me tell you what, because obviously you can see on the sitting position, the gauges sit high. All right, my console here is pretty stock still. But one of the main problems I'm having with this, and the reason I want to change my handlebars, is this is so low. Yeah, I don't mind the gauge itself, but it's very low, and you got to keep.
You need to keep looking down.
You got to keep looking down, exactly.
That's
so
why
that's
with that setup.
Raised. It's very, very nice. All right, let's keep going here.
It's very straight to your face. It's not pointing down. It's in a very good angle. I went with. So these are 2 switches that I put in for the lights that I have in the crash bar.
Okay.
So you have one for the green one, one for the white ones.
Turn them off. Very, very cool.
One for each.
All right.
One finger.
Shorty levers.
Shorty levers.
Arleness mirrors.
Arleness mirrors. I mean, I love the shape and how nice they are.
Yeah.
The ones that I used to have, the stock ones, they keep, I think, what is it called? Rusting.
Yeah, they rust a lot.
So they rust a lot, and so I try to go away with that. Of course, you need a nice mount for your phone, so I went with a quad lock.
I'm noticing this is not a stock piece from Harley right here.
No,
so you have something special in your clutch. What do you do to the clutch?
So I try to go away from the 2-piece clutch cable.
Okay.
So I'm running a single clutch cable all the way to the clutch. And if you want to adjust it, you have
it still adjusts here.
Better, yeah. But it's a lot better than the stock one.
And where did you get that from?
I don't remember where I got it from. It's been a while. It's back to when I did the stage 2, and it's held very, very, very well.
Very cool. I love the details that you have on it here.
It's all about the little details.
Yeah, it's in the details.
Low motorsports pegs. They work very well. So you see your feet is not going to be sliding from your pegs.
Okay, let's talk about the big one. Tell me about the fairing.
The fairing, wow. So this is a FXRT Sport fairing.
FXRT Sport fairing. So this is a Harley fairing?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Well, it's based on the FXRT fairing.
It looks very much like the new Lowride ST fairing.
Correct. So the ST is a newer model, a new design, is more aerodynamic.
Do you think they copied the ST from your bike?
I would say that, but Harley initially, a while back, they had the FXRP, it was for the police, and the FXRT was for touring. It was I would say the same fairing, a little bit different, but it was basically the same. All the companies after that, with the whole club style movement on the bikes and putting on Harleys, they came out with their own models. This is from Dragonfly Concepts. They don't make them anymore, but what I like about it is enclosed. Inside, you don't have like big open spaces. You have like nice nice holes in here for your speakers, for 6.5.
What kind of sound system do you have in it?
I don't have any audio right
Not
now
yet?
at the moment. Nope.
Okay, that's one thing that was going to be my thing. We always say a bike's never done. How done is this bike? 80%, 90%, 20%?
95%.
95%?
Yeah, the only thing that I will go with or do different on this bike is, if anything, is an inverted suspension and maybe audio.
Okay.
But yeah.
Very, very cool, man. Ballpark. This bike, 2020, probably was running, what, 15,999? 16,000?
I think it was 17 at that point.
17. So how much have you spent on it? Ballpark.
Let's put it that way. I could have bought easily a Road Glide with everything, a 2021, 2022 Road Glide
with what you
ST,
spent.
with what I've spent on this bike. Wow. But again,
but it's yours.
It's mine. It's very unique. No one else has like a similar bike out there, or a Street Bob that looks like this one.
Yeah, no, this is street. In fact, but the first time I saw this bike, the only reason I recognized that it was a Street Bob is because it had the fork covers here.
Correct. Yeah.
That's a telltale Street Bob thing. But if you took that off, you wouldn't know what the hell this bike is.
I mean, stock, nothing else stock besides I don't know.
The fender stock, right?
The fender, no, the front fender is actually from a Lowrider.
Oh, okay.
Because the Lowrider comes with a 120 tire.
Did you change the tire? You changed the tire sizes?
Correct. So I'm running a 120 in the front. I'm running a 180 in the rear. So this is 120, I think, and then 19 in the front, okay. And I'm running a 17 in the rear.
So 120, 19 in the front, 180 in the rear. That's okay. That's cool.
Yeah, 17 size wheel.
That is really, really freaking cool.
Nothing else. I'm running RWD suspension in the rear, and
dude, I gotta give you props. This bike is fucking bad, bro.
It's been a long process.
Oh, I'm sure it has, man. But hey, and I know I've seen this bike through different stages.
Yeah. So
this is as done as I've seen it. Last time I remember seeing it, you didn't have that big a fairing. You had like a Memphis Shade,
correct?
Shades,
Yeah,
I think.
at that point.
Yeah, and that gives it a completely different look.
Initially, when I did the stage 2, it was very nice. It was running very well, but eventually you get used to the power.
Right.
So I went with the stage 4. That's why we did head. So we did the 124, and to accommodate for the power we're making right now, you have to go and change a lot of stuff, like your inner primary system. You know, your clutch. You definitely need to change it. Clutch basket, compensator. You need to go with the chain conversion. You need to do a lot of changes on your bike.
Right.
So nothing else breaks.
Yeah, because at that point you're running so much power from the engine that you can't be running the stock bell with the stock everything else.
Correct. So you need to change a lot. You need to change your clutch basket. You need to change your compensator. There are a lot of things that you need to change to accommodate for the amount of power you're making at that point.
Very cool.
Suspension is very important.
All right, let's do it this way. If you guys have any questions about any of these parts, pieces, what he's done to the bike, how he did something, hit him up on Instagram. Give us your Instagram.
Most definitely it's going to be Fleites_FXBB.
I'll put it right here on the screen. Hit him up, my boy. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Yo, this bike is sick. That's it.